My dear brothers and sisters, when prayer feels silent, it is easy to assume that nothing is happening. But silence is often the space where preparation takes place. What appears quiet on the surface is usually active beneath, much like roots growing underground before a tree ever breaks through the soil. The unseen work is not less important than visible results. It is more critical because it determines strength and stability. In this phase, patience is being built, endurance is being shaped, and faith is being stretched beyond comfort. Silence forces the heart to rely not on emotions or signs, but on trust and conviction. This kind of trust forms a foundation that cannot be shaken by delay or uncertainty. Silence in prayer challenges the desire for instant confirmation and quick answers. It confronts the habit of measuring spiritual progress only by outward change. During this time, inner alignment begins to take place, correcting motives and refining intentions. What you ask for may be good, but preparation ensures it will arrive at the right moment and in the right way. The quiet season adjusts timing, perspective, and expectations without you even realizing it. This hidden adjustment protects you from receiving something before you are ready to carry it responsibly. Many people walk away during silence because they interpret it as abandonment. In reality, silence often means attention is being given to deeper matters. It is in stillness that discipline is developed and consistency is tested. Faith that survives silence becomes resilient and unbreakable. This is where belief matures from dependence on feelings to confidence rooted in truth. Such faith does not collapse when answers delay or circumstances remain unchanged. Silence teaches you how to listen beyond words and outcomes. It trains the heart to recognize growth that does not announce itself loudly. During this period, distractions lose their power and priorities become clearer. You begin to notice changes in thinking, reactions, and decisions. These changes signal that alignment is happening internally before it manifests externally. The transformation within prepares the way for transformation around you. Preparation in silence often involves correction, even when it feels uncomfortable. Old habits are exposed, weak areas are strengthened, and blind spots are revealed. This is not punishment, but refinement designed to elevate capacity. Without this process, answers could arrive and still fail to produce lasting results. Silence ensures that when change comes, it is sustainable rather than temporary. It equips you to handle success, responsibility, and growth without collapse. The waiting season strips away dependence on external validation. It teaches persistence without applause and obedience without immediate reward. This develops integrity that does not rely on visible affirmation. When silence remains, commitment deepens and purpose becomes clearer. The heart learns to remain faithful even when results are unseen. Such commitment builds spiritual endurance that cannot be manufactured in moments of ease. Silence also realigns expectations, teaching that timing is not controlled by urgency. What feels slow is often precise and intentional. Rushing the process could result in damage rather than blessing. Preparation ensures harmony between readiness and fulfillment. The delay becomes meaningful when you recognize what is being built during that time. Strength gained in silence often outweighs the value of immediate answers. During silent seasons, perspective shifts from demand to trust. Instead of asking repeatedly why nothing is happening, awareness grows of what is changing internally. Emotional reactions become steadier, and responses grow wiser. This indicates maturity taking shape quietly. Such maturity is essential for sustaining future breakthroughs. Without it, progress would be fragile and short-lived. Silence protects you from comparing your journey with others. Each preparation process is unique, shaped by purpose and calling. What others receive quickly may require deeper preparation for you. This does not mean less favor, but greater responsibility. Silence honors individuality and prevents premature exposure. It allows growth to happen privately before public manifestation. In the quiet, resolve is strengthened and vision becomes sharper. Faith rooted in silence learns to stand without evidence. This kind of belief does not retreat when uncertainty rises. It remains steady, disciplined, and focused on alignment rather than immediacy. Preparation continues quietly, shaping character, perspective, and endurance. What is forming now is laying groundwork for what will emerge later in ways not yet visible. Prayer begins its most powerful work on the inside long before anything shifts on the outside. Many people expect circumstances to change first, but the deeper purpose of prayer is internal transformation. While you are asking for doors to open, prayer is shaping your mindset, strengthening your inner resolve, and refining your ability to respond wisely. Inner change is not always dramatic, but it is essential because outward results without inward strength often collapse under pressure. Prayer slowly rewires thoughts, attitudes, and beliefs so that when change comes, you are able to sustain it. This inward process builds a stable foundation that external success alone could never provide. When prayer works internally, it begins to challenge hidden fears and limiting beliefs. Doubt that once felt normal starts losing its grip, and confidence quietly takes its place. You may not notice it immediately, but reactions begin to change and emotional responses become steadier. Situations that once triggered anxiety no longer control you the same way. This is evidence that prayer is strengthening you from within. Such growth cannot be rushed because it requires time, reflection, and persistence. Prayer also reshapes character, teaching patience where impatience once ruled. It develops humility, teaching dependence rather than control. As you continue praying, motives are purified and intentions become clearer. What you once desired for personal gain may shift toward purpose and responsibility. This refinement ensures that future blessings are not misused or mishandled. Character growth is quiet, but it determines the longevity of every breakthrough. As prayer works inwardly, spiritual authority begins to form. Authority is not loud confidence, it is calm assurance rooted in belief. You start to speak differently, think differently, and act differently even before results appear. This inner authority allows you to stand firm when circumstances resist change. It keeps you steady when emotions fluctuate. Such authority is built through consistency, not instant answers. Internal transformation through prayer also strengthens discipline. You learn to remain committed even when motivation fades. This discipline shapes habits, decisions, and daily choices. Prayer trains the mind to focus beyond immediate gratification. It teaches endurance that carries you through seasons of uncertainty. Without this discipline, outward success would quickly become overwhelming. Prayer sharpens vision by clarifying what truly matters. Distractions lose influence, and priorities realign naturally. You begin to recognize why. Cheap paths are distractions and which are purposeful. This clarity protects you from wasted effort and unnecessary detours. It enables wiser decision making long before visible opportunities appear. Vision formed internally prepares you to recognize the right moment when it arrives. Through inward work, prayer heals emotional wounds that often block progress. Unresolved pain, bitterness, or disappointment gradually lessens its hold. Healing may feel subtle, but it changes how you approach people and challenges. This healing restores confidence and openness to receive what lies ahead. Without inner healing, blessings could be overshadowed by unresolved struggles. Prayer ensures wholeness before expansion. Prayer also builds resilience, the ability to stand when outcomes are delayed. Resilience allows faith to remain steady despite uncertainty. It prevents discouragement from turning into surrender. As resilience grows, hope becomes less dependent on visible proof. This inner strength allows you to keep moving forward, regardless of pace. Such resilience is essential for long-term fulfillment. Internal transformation shifts focus from results to alignment. Instead of obsessing over timing, attention moves toward growth and readiness. This shift reduces frustration and increases trust. You begin to value who you are becoming as much as what you are waiting for. Alignment creates peace even when answers are delayed. This peace becomes a source of stability during the process. As prayer continues its inward work, you become prepared for sustainable change. Strength replaces weakness, clarity replaces confusion, and endurance replaces impatience. This preparation ensures that when outward change arrives, it enhances rather than overwhelms you. Internal readiness turns opportunities into lasting success. Prayer's greatest work is not what it changes around you, but what it builds within you. When waiting stretches longer than expected, persistence becomes the true measure of belief. It is easy to feel motivated when progress is visible, but the waiting season exposes the depth of commitment. This period reveals whether faith is rooted in conviction or dependent on convenience. Persistence during delay is not passive. It is an active decision to continue despite uncertainty. Every moment of waiting demands a choice to trust rather than withdraw. This choice strengthens inner resolve and separates momentary enthusiasm from enduring faith. Waiting has a way of confronting impatience and discomfort head-on. It challenges the desire for quick results and instant reassurance. During this time, persistence teaches discipline, reminding you that meaningful growth often requires endurance. The temptation to quit grows louder when answers are slow. Yet it is precisely here that strength is developed. Endurance formed in waiting equips you to handle greater responsibility later. Persistence is refined when expectations are tested repeatedly. Each delay forces belief to stand without visible reinforcement. This process deepens trust and removes reliance on emotional highs. Faith becomes steadier, no longer swayed by timing or circumstance. Persistence transforms hope from fragile optimism into resilient confidence. Such confidence does not collapse when outcomes are delayed. Waiting seasons expose the difference between desire and dedication. Desire fades when resistance appears, but dedication remains firm. Persistence keeps purpose alive when excitement diminishes. It allows progress to continue quietly even when recognition is absent. This hidden perseverance strengthens character in ways immediate success never could. Dedication shaped in waiting prepares you for sustained achievement. In the challenge of waiting refines focus and commitment. Distractions lose their appeal. When persistence becomes the priority, you begin to value consistency over convenience. This focus sharpens decision-making and strengthens resolve. Persistence trains the mind to move forward without constant validation. Such discipline builds confidence rooted in action rather than outcomes. Waiting also tests emotional stability. Delays can provoke frustration, doubt, and fatigue. Persistence teaches emotional control, preventing temporary feelings from dictating long-term decisions. This emotional maturity allows faith to remain intact under pressure. Stability formed during waiting supports clarity and balance. Emotional endurance becomes a valuable strength for future challenges. Persistence during waiting teaches patience with the process. It encourages acceptance without surrender. Rather than resisting delay, you learn to work within it. This mindset shift transforms waiting from frustration into preparation. Patience strengthens perspective and reduces unnecessary anxiety. A calm approach allows growth to continue steadily. Those who persist through waiting develop unwavering commitment. Commitment does not depend on favorable conditions. It remains constant even when progress feels slow. This unwavering attitude builds trust in the process rather than impatience with timing. Commitment formed in difficulty becomes a powerful source of confidence. It reinforces the belief that persistence always produces results. Waiting strengthens inner conviction by removing external assurance. When no immediate reward appears, belief must stand on its own. This strengthens confidence rooted in purpose rather than outcomes. Persistence transforms uncertainty into endurance. Each moment of continued effort builds inner authority. Authority developed through perseverance cannot be easily shaken. The waiting season ultimately reveals the power of persistence. It proves that faith does not retreat under pressure. Persistence sustains momentum even when results are delayed. It keeps vision alive when progress feels slow. Strength developed in waiting carries forward into future victories. Those who endure delay often discover growth taking place long before breakthroughs appear. Delays often feel frustrating, but they can serve as a form of protection rather than punishment. What you desire may be good, yet receiving it too early could create pressure you are not prepared to manage. Timing plays a critical role in ensuring that blessings strengthen rather than overwhelm. A delay allows growth to take place quietly, building capacity, wisdom, and stability. Protection in waiting prevents collapse that could occur if success arrives prematurely. This unseen safeguard works in your favor even when it feels uncomfortable. Being unprepared does not mean being unworthy. It simply means there is more development needed to sustain what is coming. Delays create space for learning, correction, and maturity. They slow the pace so foundation can be reinforced. Without this process, progress could be short-lived and damaging. Preparation ensures endurance rather than exhaustion. Delays also guard against misuse of opportunity. Without wisdom and discipline, access to greater responsibility could lead to costly mistakes. The waiting period refines judgment and sharpens discernment. It allows experience to grow without excessive risk. This preparation reduces the likelihood of regret later. What feels withheld is often being preserved for the right moment. Protection through delay also strengthens emotional resilience. Sudden change without emotional readiness can create instability. Waiting allows confidence to develop gradually. It teaches how to manage pressure, expectations, and responsibility. Emotional readiness ensures balance when circumstances shift. Without it, success could create stress instead of fulfillment. Delays encourage reflection and self-awareness. They reveal areas that still require growth or healing. This awareness prevents unresolved